Are any of us surprised that Superman has embarrassed so many of his villains? He's almost unstoppable. Here, we're gonna list just 10 out of the many times Superman embarrassed his villains. Number 10, Shazam and Injustice. I'm starting off this countdown with a pretty brutal and pretty much upsetting Superman win, but it's nonetheless an incredibly quick and easy win by Superman that shows how he can wildly outmatch members of even the Justice League. In the Injustice games, Superman is the tyrant ruler of the Earth. Most of the other heroes have either joined him or joined Batman as part of an effort to thwart Superman and bring him down. One of the heroes who remained on Superman's side was actually Billy Batson, Shazam. This is kind of surprising to mostly everyone, but seeing that Billy Batson is only a kid, it starts to make a little bit more sense. It also makes it very brutal when Superman kills Shazam for turning on Superman and mentioning the dead Lois Lane. Superman kills him extremely quickly, using his frost breath to freeze Shazam's mouth shut, stopping him from using his signature phrase, and then melting his brain through his eyes with his heat vision. It made me immediately hate this version of Superman. But it was also a super embarrassing and sad way for Shazam to go out. Number 9, Out of This World Punch. Whenever Bizarro would show up back in the day, it always felt like he was kind of like that weird cousin that you try to get out of talking to as soon as possible. When Bizarro gets lost and believes the people of his world are destroyed, he returns back to Earth and tries to kidnap Lois Lane to repopulate the Bizarro world. Superman and Batman have visited it in the future though, so it's kind of impossible that it's been destroyed. Superman's right. The Bizarro world is actually perfectly fine. So, to get Bizarro back home, Superman, after incapacitating Bizarro, finds the point where he landed on the Earth and literally just punches him back the direction he came, all the way back to his own planet, and then shows him that his planet is perfectly fine. This one is a tiny bit caring rather than embarrassing, but could you imagine getting a single punch from the guy you came to fight that just sends you across the universe back to your homeworld, when he could have just dragged you there too? Number 8, Throwing an Ape Through Time. The stories in the 1950s were crazy. In Superman number 127, we were introduced to Titano the Super Ape. He started off as a smart ape that was sent into space, but then was accidentally exposed to radiation from 2 colliding meteors. This, for some reason, gave Titano the ability to fire rays of green kryptonite out of his eyes. I don't know. Obviously, that is a problem for Superman though, a big one. Luckily, Superman's girlfriend is able to trick Titano into wearing lead sunglasses that stop the kryptonite's rays, at which point, Superman just picked up the giant ape and threw him back through time. Superman chucked this super monkey through time. Like, how do you come back from that? You don't. You just give up. Number 7, Roles Reversed. There have been a few times where Superman loses his powers. The one I want to talk about though is from All-Star Superman Volume 1, number 12. Clark Kent has lost his powers, and thanks to a serum, Lex Luthor has gained powers. After Lex makes threats against the Daily Planet staff, Clark shoots Lex with a gravity gun. The gravity gun starts quickly draining his powers and gives him super sensory input after he defeats Superman in single combat in front of the media. Once his powers drain away though, Lex goes to attack Superman in a fit of anger. The recently beaten up, depowered Superman is still no pushover though, as he takes out Lex with one single, non-superpowered punch to the face. This was also still in front of all the media he had just declared his dominion of Earth in front of, too. Number 6, Chased with the Sun. When Jimmy Olsen was on a game show back in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 33 in the Silver Age of comics, there was a special prism that appeared in a dump that for some reason turned the thoughts of the game show contestants into real things. So, when Jimmy answered a question with Jack Frost, that's who appeared. Jack Frost threatened to plunge the world into a new ice age. So what was Superman's solution? Simple. Just go and move the sun closer to the Earth. Not only was this a ridiculous feat, but it was incredibly embarrassing looking for Jack Frost, who basically had to run away from Superman chasing him with the sun. Once Jack Frost had retreated into a deep, dark, cold cave under the Earth, Superman put the sun back where he got it so it didn't destroy the Earth. He did all this as nonchalantly as moving some furniture. Number 5, All Shook Up. After his infamous death at the hands of Doomsday, and his Not exactly surprising return. Superman faces off against the cyborg version of himself, Hank Henshaw, that took over the role of Superman in his place. The cyborg was actually tarnishing the name of Superman. Hank ruined Supes' memorial, and more importantly, he had just blown up Coast City, killing millions. When Superman actually returns from the dead, he doesn't have his powers back just yet. So the conflict actually lasts a little while. But once Superman gets his powers back, you best believe he beats the sucker. In one page, no less, by punching him through the chest and then using his super speed to shake him so fast that he falls apart. Superman shook this guy to death. Number 4, the Super Showdown. In Superman number 153, a group of Kryptonian criminals who were banished to the Phantom Zone come to the small western town of Drywood Gulch. The criminals dress as cowboys to hide their identity until our boy Superman arrives on the scene. The criminals had created Phantom Zone powered pistols that are capable of banishing whoever is shot into the Phantom Zone. And they give one to Superman, challenging him to a duel, since we're in a western town. How on earth, though, will Superman outdraw 8 super beings? Great Caesar's ghost! He melted all their ray guns moments before they drew. Yes, he cheated, but they challenged Earth's most powerful defender to a gunfight. He ain't got time for that. Number 3, Batman. There have been many times that Superman and Batman are pitted against each other. It's always a fun story, and it's always a big seller. And for some reason, we tend to see Batman with an edge. But in Lex Luthor, Man of Steel, Lex Luthor gives Bruce Wayne a shard of green kryptonite to use against Superman. Historically, this has always been an issue, but in this story, Superman just uses his super breath to blow the shard out of Bruce Wayne's hands. That's all he had to do. After it falls to the ground, Superman drags Batman through the air and drops him. Superman throws a punch at Batman, but just as he's about to turn Batman into a red smear, he stops short of smashing his nose, just to prove a point. Superman can easily destroy Batman if he wants to. Yes, Bruce can win and has multiple times, but with so much more effort than Superman ever would need to put in. And this proves it. Number 2, revenge denied. After discovering the planet of the Superman Revenge Squad, Superman charges at the planet with a full frontal assault, armed with nothing but his abilities and a strange package attached to his chest. The Revenge Squad fires all of their most dangerous, most powerful weapons at Superman, firing everything they think will take out the Man of Steel. They all impact on Kal-El, and his villains think they've won. For a moment. But when the dust settled, they didn't even leave a scratch. Instead, the package on Soup's chest detonated, encircling the whole planet in a layer of mist. Superman then yells down to the villains, explaining if any of them pass through the mist, leaving the planet, they will suffer total amnesia, forgetting any hatred they have for Superman. So they can remain trapped on their base, being angry and upset, or they can rejoin the cosmos devoid of all grudges. Either way, he doubts he will ever see them again, and then he just flies back home. Cold. Hey y'all, I hope you're enjoying this list so far. We're gonna get on to the number 1, but before we do, I just wanna say thanks for watching. Don't forget to whack that like button like Superman with so many of these villains. It really helps us out here. Okay, on to number 1. Number 1, RSVP. In the Man of Steel story, Lex Luthor and Superman have been rebooted. Lex Luthor is an evil billionaire instead of a mad scientist, and he is also ginger. Clearly evil. Lex is so rich and powerful, he believes he owns Metropolis, and by extension, he believes he has a say over the things that Superman does. He's essentially got a humongous ego, which is always the path to an embarrassing downfall. When Luthor plans a terrorist attack on his yacht to test Superman, he sends an invitation to the boy in red and blue. Superman just, doesn't show up. That's it. He doesn't even give Lex the time of day. To make it worse, Lex is arrested and shamed by the mayor. The embarrassment of this is the inciting incident that caused the rivalry between Lex and Superman for this version of the characters. Alright everybody, that's the list. Let me know what you thought down below. I've been Adam Andrews with Top 10 Nerd. Peace out, nerds.